Hello, dear PGT and DSC candidates. Welcome back to my Grammar for Success channel. I'm Quotation Babu, a retired lecturer in English from Hyderabad. In today's video, I'm going to teach you all about punctuation. And this aspect is very, very important from your PGT and DSC examination point of view. I therefore request all of you to pay a very good attention to this video till the end without skipping it in the middle. I also request all of you to consider subscribing to my channel and also sharing this video with all your friends that are going to take the PGT and DSC examination very shortly. Thank you so much. Now let's get into the video. A note on punctuation. Punctuation includes all the punctuation marks, okay? Therefore, I have used this word punctuation. Punctuation is essential for clear and effective writing. For effective writing and for precise writing, for clear writing, this punctuation becomes very, very essential. Therefore, we are now learning about the punctuation marks, okay? And here, the first one is period. Period is nothing but the full stop. Where should we use this full stop? All of you know very well. A period marks the end of a declarative sentence. Declarative sentence means, don't get confused please, it is just a normal sentence. And this declarative sentence has a few names. You can call it a statement because it states something, okay? That's why it's called a statement. It is also called an assertive sentence, okay? We assert and say something. That's why it is called an assertive sentence. We can also call it an ordinary sentence, okay? A statement, an assertive sentence, an ordinary sentence, or a declarative sentence. And therefore, this is called, at the end of the declarative sentence, we must use the period or the full stop mark. So here, a declarative sentence is nothing but a statement, okay, that makes a fact or opinion clear. That means learning all these things, you can directly say that it is a normal sentence, an ordinary sentence, right? An assertive sentence, okay. And here, she went to the store, okay? She went to the store. And here you pay attention, at the end of this sentence, okay, we are using the full stop. And another example, the sun sets in the west. So here the sentence comes to an end. So this full stop is marking the end of this sentence. In this sentence, the full stop is marking the end of the sentence. One more example is given here. He enjoys reading books. So here this full stop indicates the end of the sentence. And here one more example is there. I am a retired lecturer. So in all these four examples, this period indicates the end of the sentence. And you know very well, at the end of the declarative sentence, there must be the following intonation. About the intonation, I made a very beautiful video. Please try to watch that video, because if at all, if it is there in your syllabus, I have not seen your syllabus very clearly. So I have just come across this point, and therefore I have started teaching you, the PGT students, and also the DSC School Assistant students. I am teaching these things even for TET also. If this point is there in the TET syllabus, they can also learn this very well, okay? And here all these four examples are there. At the end of these four sentences, we are using the period or the full stop, right? We go to other punctuation marks. Comma is there. Comma is a very important one, okay? And here commas are used. Why are they used? To separate items in a list. That is the first point, to separate the items in the given list. So how we are going to learn with an example, okay? And here next, after an introductory element, that is there. And next, to set off non-essential information. And another point is there, to separate independent clauses joined by conjunctions, generally by coordinating conjunctions. How? I'm going to give you one example for each and every one of these four rules, okay? And to separate items in a list, I bought apples, comma, oranges, comma, and bananas. So I have bought three things: apples, oranges, and bananas. When there is a big list, you keep on using the comma, and just before this and you use the comma. before this and also you use comma, and that is okay. So I bought apples, oranges, mangoes and bananas. Whatever may be the list is, to separate the items in the list, you must make use of the punctuation mark comma. And next, after an introductory element, how here after the movie, it's an introductory element. After the movie, we went out for dinner. We went to dinner or we went out for dinner, whatever. So this is an introductory element, because I cannot give more examples because this is a video and it should be as brief as possible. I can give so many examples, but it becomes 1 hour, 1.5 hours and so on. You get fed up with watching this video. That's why I have decided to make the videos as brief as possible, as simple as possible, by giving 1 or 2 or 3 maximum examples. Okay, here and here after the movie we went to dinner, and here to set off what is that? To set off non-essential information. Non-essential. Here say my brother who lives in New York is visiting us. So you can directly say my brother is visiting us. That itself is enough. But here what am I doing? I am giving some additional information that is not necessary for you. It's not actually necessary, but I am giving additional information that is not essential, that is not necessary, and therefore I have put that matter in the commas. My brother who lives in New York is visiting us. And whenever I give some additional information which is non-essential information, I must separate that information by commas. Okay, and here my brother who lives in New York is visiting us. So this is non-essential information. And to separate independent clauses joined by conjunctions, what is that? The car capsized. It's a clause. Okay. If it is all alone, it's called a sentence. But whenever it comes into the framework of a compound sentence or a complex sentence, then it is called a clause. And on clauses and phrases also, I have made a wonderful video. Why don't you watch that video and get knowledge of those clauses and phrases? Okay, and here the car capsized, it's a clause. However, okay, this is what? A coordinating conjunction. No one was hurt. The car capsized. Karu bolta kottindi. However, ainappatikini no one was hurt. Evadu gayaparsabadaledu. So whatever it is, maybe the meaning of that. But here, this is a small clause. It is separated by a comma. So in this way, commas are used for these 4 important purposes. Okay, and now we move on to learn about other punctuation marks. Question mark is there. All of you know very well about the question mark. This is the question mark. I am giving each and every mark in the brackets. You can observe it. Okay. And here a question mark is used at the end of a direct question. And you know very well, to talk to you about the questions, there are 2 kinds of questions. What are they? Ordinary questions and WH questions. Okay. Ordinary questions also have 2 other names. What are they? Verbal questions and yes/no questions. Ordinary questions always begin with the helping verbs. You know that way. I'm giving additional information about these questions. Helping verbs means what? Am, is, are, was, were, have, has, had, do, does, did, shall, should, will, would, can, could, may, might, must. These are all helping verbs. Any sentence that begins with any of these helping verbs is called an ordinary question. An ordinary question. Here you say that am is a helping verb. Am I a student? Okay. Is a helping verb. Is she a doctor? Question mark. So these are all ordinary questions, and the answers to these questions are either yes or no, and therefore they are also called yes/no questions. And since these helping verbs are verbs, they are also called verbal questions. So these ordinary questions have 3 names: ordinary questions, verbal questions, yes/no questions. Whatever may be the questions, at the end of the question, you have to use what? The question mark. This is about the ordinary question. Another type of questions are there. WH questions are there. Okay, WH questions means what? The questions that begin with WH words. How, where, when, what, who, whom, whose, what not. There are so many. Where, when, why. So these are all WH words, and any question that begins with this WH word is called a WH question. Even at the end of the WH question also, we must use a question mark. So At the end of the ordinary questions, at the end of the WH questions, we must make use of the question mark that is there. And I don't want to dwell more on that topic. Okay, here you pay attention. What time is the meeting? What time is the meeting? Okay, right. What time is the meeting? And here you see that when did you finish your homework? When did you finish your homework? And are you coming to the party? Okay. Do you smoke? Rising intonation. Do you smoke? Are you coming to the party? Something like that. When did you finish your homework? What time is the meeting? See, the tone is going up. That's why it's called. They are all taking rising intonation. You know that very well. I don't want to tell you all those things. So these are the WH questions. These are the ordinary questions. They receive at the end of them the question mark. So question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Right. Now we move on to learn other punctuation marks. And fifth one, exclamation point or mark is there. This is the exclamation point. You can also call it mark. Okay. And an exclamation point or mark is used where? Very clear. To express some strong feeling or a high volume shouting. A high volume shouting is also there. Okay. Strong feelings. Get out from here. How do you say this? Get out from here. Do you say that? If you say that, that sentence doesn't have any value at all. What do you say? Get out from here. See, you use high volume to say that expression. Get out from here. See why? So here the exclamatory mark. Okay, and here's a watch out. Something has appeared on the screen. Hey, watch out. Hey, watch out. So these two things, you say them aloud. Yes, at the top of your voice or something like that. You use high volume. What an amazing picture. What an amazing picture. It's an exclamation. So exclamatory sentence, exclamation mark is used. And here, I can't believe it. You are expressing a strong feeling. I can't believe it. How do you say that? Oh, I can't believe it. So here, these are receiving that. And one more example here I would like to give you is how foolish you are. Generally, with what and how, exclamatory sentences are formed. So at the end of these exclamatory sentences, we have to use the exclamation mark. Okay, right. Now we move on to learn other punctuation marks. And colon is there. Why do we use colon? A colon is used to introduce what? A list, one thing, a quote, another thing, and next an explanation. So 1, 2, 3, these three things are there. How? There are three primary colors. What are they? Red, blue and yellow. So you are giving a list. So whenever you are going to give a list, you must use this colon. Okay. A quote also, whenever you mention a quote, you use the colon. How? The teacher says, colon is generally in the direct speech we use only comma, but nowadays in modern grammar, what is happening? They are using this colon. People are using this colon. Okay, the teacher says colon, never give up. Never give up. Right? It's a quotation. Quote or quotation. An explanation is also there. The recipe calls for the following ingredients: flour, sugar, and eggs. You are giving some explanation. What does this recipe require? This recipe requires the following ingredients. What is that? Flour, sugar and eggs. So to indicate a list, a quotation or quote, an explanation for all these things, we make use of this punctuation mark colon. Okay, let us go to learn other punctuation marks. Semicolon is there. What is this semicolon? Like this colon. A semicolon links closely related independent clauses and separates items in a list that already contain commas. Okay, yes, a semicolon links closely related independent clauses, one point, and the next one is it separates items in a list that already contain what you call commas. So here examples I would like to give you. I have a DSC test tomorrow. I can't go out tonight. I have a DSC test tomorrow. I can't go out. So here you are linking these two independent clauses. This is an independent clause, this is an independent clause. You are linking both of them. How? With a semicolon. I have a DSC test tomorrow, semicolon. I can't go out tonight. Right. And here to separate items like that, one more example. We visited Paris, France, semicolon, Rome, Italy, and Berlin, Germany. So where is Paris? Paris is in France. Where is Rome? Rome is in Italy. Where is Berlin? Berlin is Germany. So here already these are separated by commas. You are linking just all of them. So we visited Paris, France, Rome, Italy, and Berlin, Germany. So something like that you say. Right. She was early to the meeting. He was late. So these are again two closely related independent clauses. She was early to the meeting is an independent clause, and he was late, another independent clause. We are linking both of them here with a semicolon. Right. Now we move on to learn other things. Quotation marks are there. Quotation marks means immediately you remember direct speech. Okay. And here quotation marks are used to enclose what? Direct speech. Okay, first point. And the second one is a quotation, second point. And the third one, a title of a short work. Also we put them in the quotation marks. Okay. And where are you going? Quotation marks are there. This is the direct speech. Okay. He asked, where are you going? He asked. This is the direct speech. And this can all be like this. He said to her, why are you so sad? So here comma, quotation marks begin. No, quotation marks are there. Quotation marks are used. So this is the direct speech. This is the direct. Whatever the matter is put between the inverted commas is called the direct speech. That you know very well. I have also made a beautiful video on speech, direct speech, indirect speech. Maybe part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Very comprehensive details are given. Elaborately I have taught. Why don't you watch those videos and get benefit out of them? Okay, please try to watch if the time permits you, right? And here some quotation I would like to give you. She says, there is no substitute to hard work. It's a quotation. Of course, it is also the direct speech. It's a quotation. There is no substitute to hard work. Quotation. This quotation is put in the inverted commas, right? And here, have you read? A title of a short work. Have you read The Telltale Heart? Have you read Daffodils? Have you read In the Bazaars of Hyderabad? Whatever it is. So whatever you want to put it in the inverted commas, you can put it. So generally a title of a short work. Have you read The Palanquin Bearers? Right. So in this way, to keep the direct speech, to keep a quotation, to keep a title of a short work, we make use of the quotation marks. Okay. We move on to learn the next punctuation mark. Apostrophe is there. Apostrophe. This is called apostrophe, right? And here pay attention. What do we use an apostrophe? An apostrophe is used to indicate what? Possession. It is used to indicate possession or ownership, right? And it is used to indicate contractions. It is used to indicate plural number. So very important. This is an important one, star marked one, double star marked one. And it is also used to show where letters have been omitted. So very, very important, this apostrophe, this punctuation mark. It is used to indicate possession, contractions, plural number, to show where letters have been omitted. For all these things, this apostrophe mark, this punctuation mark is used. Okay, some examples I would like to give you. It's a beautiful day. It's what have I done here? It is the short. No, it's a contraction. It is called a contraction. It means it is. It's the full form. It's the contraction. Contraction means contracted form. Don't is there. Do plus not is there. What is the contraction here? Don't. Shall plus not is there. What do you say? Shan't. Shall plus not shan't, will plus not won't, do plus not don't, does plus not doesn't. What are they all? They are all contractions. So here it's is what? A contraction, right? It's a beautiful day. And then comes what? That's Mohan's book. Mohan's book. Whose book is it? It is Mohan's book. So it is indicating the possession. The book is in the possession of that Mohan, right? And Mohan's book, apostrophe yes, okay. And don't talk rubbish, okay. Again, it's a contraction, okay. And here there are two M's in the word remember, okay. There are two M's. How many M's are there in this word remember? Two M's are there. Yamulu. How many P's are there? How many K's are there? And when you go to the bank, you are going to draw 1 lakh rupees from the bank, and the cashier asks you, sir, how should I pay you this amount? In hundreds, vandallona, in 200s, in 500s, how should I pay this amount? Then you say, sir, you make this payment in 500s. 500s means, what do you say then? 500 apostrophe yes. Hundreds means 100 apostrophe yes, hundreds. Okay, MLAs, abbreviations are also there. Abbreviations, MLAs, apostrophe S. MPs, MP, apostrophe S. When you put this apostrophe S, it becomes a plural number. MPlu, MLAlu. So, to make the plural number of the letters, numbers, abbreviations, okay, to make all of them plural, you must use this apostrophe and S. So, MLAs, MPs. Okay, MLAlu anali. Ante then what is it? MLA apostrophe S. MPlu anali. MP apostrophe S. Vandalu 100 apostrophe S. 500 500 Klu K apostrophe S. Zlu Z apostrophe S. Blu B apostrophe S. So it's like it is making the plural number. This was given in your examination once. Okay. Right, and then this don't is the indicating where letters have been omitted. See, don't means what is omitted here. O is omitted here. Don't, in don't what is omitted? No, do plus not. Okay, this O is omitted. So to indicate all these things, this apostrophe, this beautiful punctuation mark is used. Okay, hope you have understood this one. Now we move on to learn other punctuation marks. Ninth one, hyphen is there. Hyphen. A hyphen is used for what? To join words in compound terms. Okay, you know that very well. So here, what's that? To indicate a split in a word at the end of a line. For these two things, this hyphen is used. How? I will give you some examples. Okay, here you pay attention. Wordsworth was a well-known, well plus known. There is a word. Is well is a different word. Known is a different word. So if these two things are brought together, then you say well-known. Hyphen is used. Is a well-known. Well-known is not a single word. Well-known is not a single word, so it is a compound word. So between this compound word, now you have to use what? Yes, a hyphen. Well-known. Okay, well-known author. She is my mother-in-law. It's a compound word, compound noun. Right. And here a 23-year-old. So how many hyphens are used here? Hyphen is nothing but a smaller dash. Okay, a 23-year-old man died by suicide. Here we are using the hyphen to give the year, okay, 23 year, because 20 hyphen 3 plus year old. So whenever you mention the age, you have to mention it like that only. Okay, and here to indicate a split in a word at the end of a line. Generally at the end of a sentence, if any word gets split, you use a hyphen and then you say, how I have given you here one example. He wrote a lengthy letter to the district. So here this is the margin. And you could not write the remaining word here, district you should write, but you cannot find a space here. That's why you put some hyphen and then you say district. This is how you split the word. He wrote a lengthy letter to the district collector about water problem. Something like that. I have given you these examples. Now we move on to learn the next punctuation mark. Dash is there. Dash. Dash is bigger than a hyphen. Okay, dash is bigger than a hyphen. Okay, a dash is used for what? Here you pay attention, to create a strong break in the structure of a sentence. Strong break in the structure of the sentence. How? She gave him her answer. No. She gave him her answer. No. So when you watch some English movies, you can easily understand this, but here I cannot dramatize this sentence. She gave him her answer. After a break, after strong break you are giving. She gave him her answer. No. something. After a break you are saying this word. So that's why this, to indicate that a long break, strong break, you use this dash, right? And next here you pay attention. The cat, you are stopping here. You are giving a break here. The cat, black and sleek. Again you stop here. Jumped onto the table. The cat, you are not saying the cat black and sleek. No, you are not saying that. At a stretch you are not saying that. But you are saying the cat, black and sleek, jumped onto the table. So here you are using the hyphen to separate this one. Okay, all right. We will go to Paris in spring. You are making this statement. We go to Paris in spring after a big break. You say, if we save enough money, we will go to Paris in spring if we save enough money. So here you are giving a big break. After some break you are saying that we will go to Paris in spring if we save enough money, something like that. Okay, now we move on to learn the last but one punctuation mark. Parenthesis is there. Parenthesis means these brackets are called parenthesis. Why do we use the parenthesis? Parentheses are used for what? To enclose additional information or clarifications. This is very important. To enclose additional information or clarifications that are not essential to the main point. Actually, that is not important, and that's not essential. Even then, if you mention, then you put that matter in the parenthesis. Okay, and that is there. And to set off non-essential information, to provide extra details. So here D is there, details. Actually, I should write here details. Okay, extra details. How? I'll give you. She finally answered after taking 5 minutes to think. So this is, what is that? It's put in the parenthesis. Parenthesis means these are called parenthesis. So that those words are put in the parenthesis. They are not necessary. They are non-essential. Even then, you are saying she finally answered after taking 5 minutes to think that she would attend the meeting. She would have said the sentence directly like this. She finally answered that she would attend the meeting. But unnecessarily she had spoken these words. And here the book on the table is mine. The book on the table, in the bracket, the red one, is mine. So the book on the table is mine. Okay, 100% right. But the red one, you are giving additional information. This is non-essential information. Right. That is always put in the parenthesis. We visited several cities during our vacation. This must be the direct sentence. We visited several cities during our vacation. This should be the direct statement and sentence. Okay. But unnecessarily we are giving additional information. Paris, Rome and Berlin. You are writing a letter to your friend. We visited several cities. In the brackets, okay, Paris, Rome and Berlin, brackets, during our vacation. Okay, so in this way, while writing certain things, you keep certain matter that is non-essential, that is not important in the brackets. That matter, that non-essential matter is always put in the parenthesis. That is there. Now we go to learn about the last punctuation mark. Ellipses. Ellipses is there. What is this ellipses? Ellipses means what? Missing, omission. Ellipses are used how? To indicate the omission of words in a quote. The omission of a word in the sentence. How? I will tell you that. Okay, to show a trailing of thought. Okay, trailing off of thought, and to create a pause for effect. And next, to indicate that there is some more to come. There is still some more to say, something like that. So indicate all these things. This ellipsis is used. See here, to be or not to be. Here, here the words are ellipted. To be or not to be. You have given a pause. A pause is given here. You have to understand. To be alive or not to be alive. Batki undalo, chadipovalo, something like that. To be alive, జీవించి ఉండాలో, not to be alive, చనిపోవాలో. That is like that. That is the question. So here, this alive, this word is omitted here. You have to understand. To be or not to be. It's a famous quotation, you know very well, from Shakespeare's Hamlet or some I can't properly remember. She started to explain. Well, it is just that I was thinking. So here you have stopped here. She started to explain, well, it is just that I was thinking, you have taken a pause, and something is to come, something more is there to come, some matter is going to come. Okay, you have stopped here and paused. So she started to explain, well, it is just that I was thinking, something like that. So it is ellipses. Okay, right. And the story ends with the hero walking into the sunset. So here into the sunset. So some sunset. So some here. What is that? You are taking a pause here, long pause for effect. Ellipses where he is walking is not mentioned, so it's an ellipsis. So in all these things, ellipses can be found, and ellipsis indicates the omission of words in a quote to show a trailing of thought. Thought is not complete, incomplete thought. Okay, to create a pause, some stop to indicate that there is some more to come. All these things it is used to indicate. Okay, with this the punctuation marks are over, and hope you have followed me very clearly. Do the exercise that I am going to give you here, and 20 bits I am going to give you here, and please answer all those questions on your own, and for all those bits I am also providing you with key or answers. Okay, now let's move on to look at the questions and options. Okay, I just read out the question and also the options. I am not going to help you anymore, right? So multiple choice questions on punctuation, and here you see which punctuation mark is used at the end of a declarative sentence. Okay, here options are given: comma, exclamation point, period, question mark. Okay, go to the second one. Which sentence correctly uses commas to separate items in a list? Okay, I need to buy milk, bread and cheese. I need to buy milk, bread and cheese. So these are all the options. You look at the options and choose the right one. Now let's move on to learn other things. And what punctuation mark should be used to show possession, right? And here you pay attention: colon, apostrophe, semicolon, dash. And next, choose the sentence with the correct punctuation, right? Choose the sentence with the correct punctuation, right? Options are given here. You can just check these options and choose the right one. And the next, which sentence uses a semicolon correctly? These are the sentences. Please, I don't want to waste my time by reading the options, so you can just look at this, and you go to the sixth question: in which sentence is the colon used correctly? These are she has three favorite colors: blue, green and red, something like that. So you have to choose the right one, and you go to the next one: which sentence uses quotation marks correctly? So these are the options. Okay, and eighth question: which sentence uses an apostrophe correctly? Okay, here apostrophe correctly, check. Okay, choose the correct answer. Now we move on to look at the other questions, and choose the correctly punctuated sentence. These are the sentences, and you choose that sentence in which the punctuation marks are correctly used. Okay, and here which punctuation mark should be used to indicate a break or pause in a sentence? What is that? So hyphen, dash, colon, semicolon, right? And now you move on to other questions. In which sentence is the dash used correctly? She loves to travel, especially to Europe. Okay. Punctuation. What punctuation mark is used to introduce a list of items? And these are the options. Okay. And you choose the right option. And now we move on to other questions. Which sentence uses commas correctly? So here are the 4 options given. You choose the right one. 14th one: which punctuation mark is used at the end of a direct question? These are the options. You choose the right one. We move to the other questions. Choose the sentence with the correct use of the apostrophe for possession. So these are the 4 options. You choose the correct option. Okay, right. In which sentence is the comma used correctly to set off non-essential information? Right. Okay. And you go to other questions. Which sentence uses the period correctly? These are the 4 options. You choose the correct one. 18th one: what punctuation mark is used to separate independent clauses joined by conjunctions? Okay, so these are the 4 options given here. You choose the right one. Let's go to the last set of questions. Which sentence uses quotation marks correctly for a short work title? Okay. Which sentence uses the exclamation point correctly? So 4 options are given here and you choose the correct answer. So with this video comes to an end, and for all these 20 bits I would like to give you the answers also. First of all, you answer all of them on your own. If you cannot, you just look at the answers given here. Answers 1 to 10 are given on the slide. 11 to 20 are given on the slide. Okay, and if there are any typographical mistakes, please bring that mistake to my notice. I will correct it. Okay, and here with this video comes to an end. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hello dear DSC and PGT candidates. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you find it any more difficult in understanding this point, so please text me on my WhatsApp number provided in the description. Okay, with so many videos I'm going to come before you in the days to come. Okay, and with another beautiful video I shall be back to you. Until then, bye, see you all of you.